Come on in, y'all. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. I know y'all been missing me because I've been missing y'all. Come on in, my royal angels, my beautiful butterflies. Come on into the palace. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all know what it is to sip sage and manifest with Diamond Stone. Let's do this. Come on in, everybody. Give everybody a chance to get on in here. Say hello. I'm not going to be too long. I'm going to make this real quick, then I'm going to come back because it's three parts to what we're about to talk about today. It's three parts to this message that I have. We're going to talk about a little spiritual growth here because that's the journey that I'm on. And hopefully, maybe something that I have to say will resonate with you. If it do, then take it and use it. If it don't apply, then let it fly. Hi, Courtney. How you doing? Thank you so much. Hello, Val. How you doing? Y'all come on in. Make sure you hit the like button and the share button for me, please. See what I'm talking about? People want to call you. Had all day to call me. I am doing absolutely marvelous. Marvelous, not wrong. Marvelous. On this rainy Tuesday. See, y'all here is cutting up out here. I'm going to make it real snappy, real quick. Because I still got some business I need to handle. I got to get out here in this rain today. I don't want to. I want to stay at home in my comfort. Hey, Candace, how you doing, darling? Oh, Meta playing with me today because I know it's more than 14 people on here. It's never less than that. So I know Meta playing with me today. But anywho, we're going to get on with this first part of this message because there are three parts. Let's talk about spiritual growth, everyone. Make sure you hit the like button and the share button. Invite your friends because it might be something that can help them. I have been on a spiritual journey. I've been learning so many new things. And in order to learn new things, in order to be able to grow spiritually, you have to be humble. You have to be willing to accept a lot of things, criticism, advice. You have to be open and ready for spiritual growth and healing. I've been on not only a spiritual growth, but healing journey as well. And along with that, I had to call Dr. Lee today, y'all. I did. Because you gained weight since last time I looked at you. Charlene, I'm happy, honey. That's that happy way, girl. When you happy and you refuse to let anything or anyone disturb your peace or your positive energy, you go to looking fabulous and amazing. And that's when I'm looking fabulous and amazing. Because I'm happy. You know, there's a lot of things that I could that deter me or have me upset, but I can't because life is too short. Life is definitely too short. We lose people every day, family members, friends. You know, we're losing people every day. So you have to appreciate what you do have. Thank you so much, Charlene. I appreciate that. So you have to appreciate what you do have. So I called Dr. Lee today and I said, Dr. Lee, he said, yes. I said, I want to thank you so much for the tools that you gave me because I have been using them every day. I've been using them every day and they are truly helping me on this journey that I'm on. I appreciate it. He said, well, thank you for paying attention and listening. I said, you gave me some very powerful tools. I learned some very powerful knowledge and lessons from you. And I definitely appreciate it. It has helped molding me into the person that I want God to be proud of. There was a time when I thought that I was always right. There was a time that I didn't want to hear what nobody else had to say, or I felt that maybe their opinion, that my opinion was, or how I felt was more important. Hi, Angela. It's not. You have to keep it real with yourself first. It's going to start with you and it's going to end with you. That is one of the things that he taught me. So the first thing that we're going to talk about doing spiritual growth and spiritual healing is balance. It is balance. You have to have balance in your life. Even in the world that we live in, you got good and you got bad. You got white and you got black. It's two different things, but it has to be a balance for everything to level out. And that's even in your life. Even when you got, that's what energy is all about. If you got something that requires batteries, you got a positive and you got a negative, right? But together, it gives you the power that you need. So you have to have a balance. Don't forget to hit the, thank you so much, Candace. Tell them, don't forget to hit the like button and share button. Thank you. Amen. We need balance in our life. We definitely need balance. And that's part of it. But you have to be humble enough to receive that balance. And these are some things, because I always felt like, even when I was in a relationship, I felt like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong, just because I might not have cheated. I did everything I could to make sure the relationship might have worked. And that can go in friendships, and that can go in relationships as well. Not just, it goes in you can apply that to a lot of things in your life. But I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. So I had to learn to take accountability. We're going to get off into that too. I'm going to break it all the way down. Hey, India. But balance. Balance is definitely needed. A lot of times we feel that we don't need balance. But when you don't have balance, you're going to be forever going in a circle, doing the same things over and over again. You're going to keep repeating cycles that you don't even necessarily have to repeat. Your life is always going to be in a turmoil. There's always going to be some things that you don't understand because you're not operating in balance. That's even with yourself. A lot of times people go through depression. That's because they're unbalanced. They have a chemical imbalance going on. They go through, some of us are bipolar. It's because of a chemical imbalance. And you already know when you are not balanced, everything goes haywire. It's not going to add up. It's not going to be, it's going to crumble. Say, for instance, if you're building a house, you have to make sure that that house is on level ground. It has to be balanced. If it's unbalanced, it's going to cause all kind of problems. It's going to shift. And it's not going to shift in a good way. It's going to shift in a negative way. It's going to shift in a bad way. It's not going to stand. One part of it is going to crumble. And then eventually everything will crumble. And when you don't have balance in your life, things will crumble. They will crumble. Because it's not on steady ground. You're not operating with a steady mind. It's unbalanced. I was telling someone, I don't want to walk around unbalanced. That's not a good feeling. When your equilibrium is off, you feel horrible. Everything is just spinning. Just spinning. And you're like, wow, this is just a lot. Even though it's not painful. But when your world just spinning and spinning and spinning, that's too much. Thank you, Debbie, for the stars, Queen. And a lot of times we have to find someone to keep us balanced. You have to find what works for you, what keeps you balanced, What keeps you from being unstable? Because a lot of times we can become unstable because of what life throws at us. You're gonna go through things. You're gonna be worried about your bills. You're gonna be worried about your children. You're gonna be worried about a lot of things, and eventually it'll be too much. And guess what? You're just gonna crack under pressure. You cannot even be your best self if you are unbalanced. When you're unbalanced, you're not mentally. You can't even focus. You're out of focus. And when you're out of focus, you're not going to be able to see things correctly or the way things need to be seen in the right perspective. Because your sight is off focus. It's unbalanced. That's why they give you glasses to match what's going on. If you got 10, 15 eyesight, they're going to give you some glasses, and each lens going to have the prescription that you need for each eye. That's to balance it out so that you'll be able to see what you need to see and see it accurately. Because if you can't see, you driving, guess what you're going to do? You're going to crash. You're going to sideswipe somebody. You're going to move too soon. It's not going to work because you can't see, or your vision will be blurry because your eyesight is not balanced. And if you can't see, you can't make the right decision. You can't make the right call. It causes everything to be off, your judgment and everything else. And if you ever notice you have headaches and you can't see, and when you get those glasses, the headaches go away. When you're unbalanced, it causes a lot of problems. And it will continue to cause problems until you get that issue fixed. It will continue to cause problems. And what works for me is I'm learning it's okay to say, hey, am I out of order on something? When you're not sure about something, you don't have to accept what somebody tells you. Stand firm on what you believe, but make sure that you're right in what you are standing for. Stop being quiet and just going with things. No, when you're on this journey of healing, you got to be real with yourself. You don't need nobody telling you that the sun is shining and it's raining down on you and you soaking wet, but they telling you the sun is shining. It's okay to get that person that's going to tell you the truth and not what you want to hear, but the truth. It's not about having somebody to be in your amen corner or validate that. It's about making sure if this is what you need for you to justify you being the best person that you can be. If I'm sick and I got something going on, I want somebody to tell me, girl, I think you need to go get that checked out, because if you don't, it's going to become even a bigger problem. Don't wait till it's too late, then they might not be able to do nothing about it. And I said, you know what? Okay, my vision been kind of blurry for a couple of days, and this keep being blurry, and I can't really see that, so I need to go see what's going on. Because I need this to be balanced. I need this to be fixed, because it's got me all thrown off. I can't even be my best self because I'm all thrown off. And for me, I have people that's going to keep it real. I don't want nobody that's going to say, just agree with me. No, I don't want that. Don't just agree with me. Tell me if I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, because I want to be able to say, hey, you know what? I took a look at what you said, and I'm going to apologize. You're right. That's only going to make me a better person. That's going to show me where my vision might not have been correct, or I might have been unbalanced somewhere. So I'm getting back on point. I'm getting back balanced in my life. I need balance. My brother was my best friend. He was my therapist. He was my everything, and I was his. And he would always tell me the truth and give me the best advice. What I chose to do with it was on me. When he passed away, my favorite male cousin, because you need somebody that's gonna tell you something on both ends. Sometimes I need a man's perspective. Because guess what? He gonna tell me his view from a man's perspective. And my female cousin, my best cousin in the world, I love her. She'll tell me from a female perspective. So I got two different perspectives that I can look at. Of somebody that's gonna keep it 100 with me. And not just agree with me, but make sure that I'm balanced. Make sure that my vision is accurate and I'm seeing what I need to see and I'm staying on point. So when I go to him about real life issues. Because he's not going to tell me what I want to hear. He's going to tell me what I need to know to grow. That's what love is. When you want to see the best out of a person that you love, and I want them to be able to be spiritually healed, to rise above all obstacles and to be the best them that they can be. I'm not going to tell them something that's not going to help them and they can't grow from it. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell them the truth. That's what God wants us to do. So that they can find and seek whatever they're seeking, they can truly find it. I'm not going to tell you no lie and let the devil win. I'm not going to do that. We're going to defeat the devil together. I'm going to tell you how. Now I'm going to give you the information and what you choose to do with it. I might say, cuz I don't agree with what you're doing because it's wrong. And there's a price to pay for that. You know that. And I'm going to break down the real reason why they might be doing what they're doing. I'm going to hear what they got to say. And then I'm going to tell them what I feel about it. I said, now, cuz, whatever you do, and that's on you, but I'm going to tell you, you ain't right now. And that's not, a situation occurred with me, with my cousin. And I told him he had this amazing woman in his life. Amazing. And y'all know how men get. I be wanting to know, because them men cousins, I watch them. I watch all things they do. They teach me what not to accept in another man and what I can accept. They gonna tell me the truth. They don't want me to be out here walking blind and not able to see. I can't grow like that if you telling me a lie. I can only grow from the truth, because sometimes the truth hurts. I was real stubborn. I didn't want to hear that. I thought I was right. No, you're not all the time. And it's okay not to be right. That's like if you're in a classroom and the teacher is giving you an assignment and she giving you the answer. You need the correct answers in order to move to the next level. In order to pass the test. If you keep putting the wrong answer down, you're going to stay where you at forever. You're not gaining what you need to gain. You're not gaining the knowledge that you need to receive. You're not taking it in. And everybody don't want to take it in at the same time. It's okay. My journey is not your journey. Your journey is not mine. And we move at a different pace. Maybe some more lessons that you got to learn. And I feel like anybody that comes into your life, whether it's a friend, a family member, or a stranger, they come to bring something to the table to where it's going to elevate you to the next level. And until you figure it out, you cannot move forward. I'm moving forward. I don't know what nobody else want to do, but I speak for myself. I'm going to move forward because I want to be the best me that I can be. So if it's something that's bothering me or bothering my spirit, I consult. Depends on whatever the situation is. I'll consult the female or the male. Whichever the situation is, I know which one to go to. And I want somebody to tell me the truth that's not going to be, I want somebody that's unbiased and that's going to speak the truth to me and won't take sides. You can tell me. And I said, well, you know what, let me go back and look at that, what you're saying. But it was a situation that occurred with him. And I spoke the truth about the situation. And I would tell him, I said, what you trying to do now? That ain't nothing but the devil. The devil know your weaknesses. So he's going to come and attack you wherever you're weak at. That's the area he's going to come to get to you. I said, but I know my cousin is smart. He heard what I had to say. And I had to tell him how a woman feels. Because I'm a woman. I had to tell him the perspective of a woman. The outcome of a woman. What this was going to be like. And I already, you know what I'm saying? And he understood that. He said, you know what, cousin, you are right. But the choice was not for me to make for him, but it was for him to see what I was saying and make the choice himself. I'm going to give you the lesson. I'm going to give you the tools you need, but it's up to you to apply it. I'm going to give you all the answers to the pop quiz that's about to come up. It's up to you to study and to write it down and to study it so that you can move to the next level. Because you know if you don't, you're not going to go to the next level until you pass this test. I'm trying to pass my test. I'm jumping hurdles and everything else. And I don't care how nobody else feel about it or what they think, but my spiritual growth and my spiritual healing is everything to me. I want to be able to, and when I wake up, I feel good because I say, hey, I accomplished another goal. I jumped another hurdle today. I passed another test today. And I think I told y'all one time a while back, some months ago, in order to be the best teacher you can be, you got to be first willing to be a student. You got to first be willing to be a student, to be the best teacher. Before you can become a teacher, you got to be willing to be a student. There are some things that you have to learn before you can teach anybody anything. That's why I'm able to come to you all and give y'all these experience and life lessons. I'm glad God gave them to me, so that I can share it with you all and tell you how we can conquer and pass these tests together. There has to be a balance. I have a male cousin that I love. He took the place when my brother passed away. He's not just my cousin, he's my brother. The same way I would go and talk to my brother, and my brother kept it so real with me. That's what he gonna do. Because if I'm wrong, he gonna say, cuz you wrong. How can I grow if I don't find out where I'm going, where I'm lacking at? How can I grow? I can't grow if I'm still thinking I'm right, and I think I'm finna sail straight through this test and I'm gonna flunk it every time because I'm not willing to be humble enough to say, hey, let me acknowledge some things. Maybe I was wrong about that. Let me go back and revamp. When I tell you Dr. Lee taught me well, he taught me well. He taught me very, very well. I'm so grateful. I thought he was supposed to be in my life to be a long-term mate, but he was not. He was meant to be put in my life to give me the tools that I was going to need to succeed. The tools that I was going to need in my healing process. The tools that I was going to need for my spiritual journey. And I paid attention. There was one time in my life that I actually paid attention. And baby, I went through some lessons. Do y'all hear me? I think I got a bachelor and a PhD, baby. A doctorate to be exact. But I'm still learning. But I'm opening up myself to be able to accept certain things. Sometimes the truth is so unpleasant. But I have to say, hey, it is what it is. And if I want to grow, I have to accept and acknowledge. If I want to grow. If I want to get to where I'm trying to get to. You got to have balance. You got to figure out what keeps you balanced. For some of us, we need to meditate. For some of us, we need to go in prayer. For some of us, we need to be to ourselves for a few days. Whatever works for you to keep you balanced, that's what you do. Don't worry about what everybody else got to say. If you need some extra tutoring, and I'm just paraphrasing right now. If you need extra tutoring, you get what you need so that you can be balanced and you can be elevated. If there was a problem or issue, you got to first acknowledge that there is one in order to get to the solution. Because if you don't, that problem is going to still exist in your life until you acknowledge that there is something that's not right. Something that you can change about yourself that will help get you to the next level. You got to get rid of everything that's a hindrance or a stumbling block that's in your way, that's holding you down as an anchor and not letting you move forward. That was about the best relationship. If you had asked me on another angle, I would say it was the worst relationship ever. No, it wasn't. It was the best relationship I could have ever been in, because I took something with me that is powerful, that's helping me, that is information, that's knowledge that I can use, and it's going to help me continuously succeed in life. Balance. Balance is everything, because when you got balance, everything is going to be off. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Thank you, Shay. You understand? Be grateful that you have somebody in your life that you can go to in the whole wide world trying to tell you something other. You got to learn to stand. There was a time I would just say, okay, I can't do that no more. I have to stand firm in who I am. I'm a different person now. I'm representing God in the best way that I can. I'm not perfect or nothing, but I want to be one of his star pupils. And in order for me to accomplish the purpose and the mission that I was put here on this earth to do, I had to be willing. You must first be willing. And then you got to realize it's going to start with you and it's going to end with you. I can't wait to get down more into this, because it's some more. I think it's going to be 3 parts so far. So this is just the first part. We're talking about balance. And without balance, there are some things that will concur in your life if you don't have balance. I love the stability and the balance and the people that God places in my life so that I can stay balanced. I will keep you, because sometimes I don't always make the right decisions. I don't always make the right choices. My mind frame of thinking may be off. I have a lot going on. Thursday, I got to go to court for my son. Hey, Rosalind. I have grandbabies that I have to tend to. I have a lot on my plate. So if I'm not focused, I'll be off balance. If I'm off balance, I ain't no good for myself and nobody else. Oh, thank you, Louisa. Thank you. Louisa say, I appreciate you so much. You have helped me so much in the year I have been following you. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much. But y'all help me as well. It's vice versa. You got to stand for something. You be less of a woman and less of a man if you don't stand up for what you truly believe and what's right. People can say whatever they want to say, but as long as you know that you're accomplishing the goals and the mission that you need to be accomplishing, don't worry about what nobody else say. Don't worry about what nobody else do. They can do it in their own time, and they got to figure it out just like you. Do what you need to do. Say, hey, that's on you today. If you want to feel that way, that's on you. I can't go back to that. I'm moving forward. Don't mean that you don't love them. Don't mean that you feel any different about them. It's life. Elnora says, takes a person of great intelligence to admit when you're wrong. You are absolutely right, Elnora. Because I would be the first one to say. That's why I go to the people I go to. Because they're going to tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. They're going to say, no, Diamond, you wrong about that now. You wrong. You ever went to the doctor And you might have felt that the doctor was giving you the wrong diagnosis. After everything that you have said, you said, wait a minute, this doctor ain't hearing me. The doctor don't hear me. I ain't gonna never get well if I keep listening to this doctor. So you don't believe what the doctor is saying because you feel like it's something else. What do you do? What do? You say, you know what, before I let you do this surgery on me, because I really don't think that it's necessary. Before I let you do this surgery on me, I'm going to go and get a second opinion. Ain't that what we do? Sometimes we might need 3 opinions. Ain't that what we do? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. If you don't agree with that first, what that doctor had to say, you say, no, I'm not putting that. Before I let you do surgery on me, let me do some research. Let me go get a second opinion. And you go to a different doctor that specializes in the same field, but it's a different doctor. This might be a doctor that has expertise in that area. Not saying that the other doctor wasn't good, because he always been on point. But this doctor got an expertise in that one particular area that you need to know about this surgery on. And you go get that second opinion. And they may say, no, you ain't got to get no surgery. I see where this can be corrected without surgery. Actually, it's going to be a simple fix. That's the same thing. Sometimes you need to get that other opinion first. Your opinion or what you feel might not be valid. You might not want to take in what the doctor says. So I'm going to go get somebody that don't know nothing about me, or they know something about me. I'm just going to tell them the situation just to see what they're going to say. And then when they do their evaluation, they say, oh, no, this is what I found out right here. This is what you need to do. Then you can go get a third opinion if you like. And then you sit there and you figure it out for yourself, what falls in the line of what you were saying or what you was doing and what's going to work for you. Balance. I can go on and on, but there will be a part 2. Because now we're going to talk about when you're off balance. We're going to talk about gluttony. Gluttony. So let me go take care of my business, and I shall be back, and hopefully y'all join me and tell some more people to come and join as well, because this is going to be very interesting. I love you all. I'll see y'all in a little bit.